Good morning, everyone. In today's session, you can learn how to do the Asset General Disposal. The objective enables you to understand the Onfinity Asset General Disposal and its associated terms in the context of business processes. The prerequisites for creating an Asset General Disposal in Onfinity ERP include having a configured tenant in your environment. Organizations must be configured in your tenant, and assets should be defined in the system with costs, schedules, and other relevant details. Asset General Disposal refers to the process of permanently removing an asset from an organization's books when it is no longer in use, has no future economic benefit, or is disposed for non-commercial reasons. This may include scenarios such as charity donation, complete disposal, theft, or scrapping of the asset. The disposal process ensures that the asset value, accumulated depreciation, and any gain or loss on disposal are properly accounted for in the financial records. For example, if an organization donates an asset to a charitable trust, the asset is removed from the asset register, its net value is written off, and the transaction is recorded as a loss on disposal since no revenue is generated from it. You can move on to the system and create the asset disposal. First, you need to identify which asset you are going to dispose of. You can search the asset register from the menu search utility, or you can directly move on to the asset management. Under the fixed asset management, you will see the asset register screen. Open the screen. Based on the example, you can select the asset that needs to be disposed. You can move on to the additional details to check the disposal details of the record. You can see that there is no disposal record generated for this asset. Then move on to the Life Depreciation tab, and you can see the depreciation details. You can observe there is no expected scrap value, there is a capitalized value, there is some depreciation happened, and you can check the asset schedule by clicking on Schedule. You can see that one of the schedules was depreciated on 31st of October. Now, you can dispose this asset. To dispose the asset, you need to search for the asset disposal screen from the menu search utility, or you can directly move on to the asset management. Under fixed asset management, you will find the asset disposal screen. Open the screen. Click on New Record. Select the organization whose asset you want to dispose. Select the document type. Enter the document number if you want to enter a specific number. Otherwise, based on the document type, the number will be auto-populated by the system. Enter the disposal reason such as charity. Enter the accounting date. Since depreciation is already done on 31st October, you can select 1st November as the date. Select the disposal type as General Disposal, because this is a charity and not a sale of asset. Select your asset. As soon as you select the asset, the product, charge, attribute, warehouse, locator, transaction organization, and other relevant values will be auto-populated by the system. Save the record. If you want to enter a new scrap value, you can enter. Otherwise, process the record. Once the record is processed, you can see the Not Posted button. Generate the accounting consequences by posting this record. If you want to check the accounting consequences, click on the Posted button. You will be able to see that the accumulated depreciation is debited, the vehicle account is credited, and the asset disposal is debited. To check the consequences of this record on the selected asset, you can move back to the asset register. Click on Additional Details and then Disposal Details. You can see that the write-off checkbox is now marked and the disposal record is generated, which indicates that the system has successfully disposed of this asset. Move to the header and click on Life Depreciation. You can see that the capitalized cost is now 0, the depreciation amount is 0, the written down value is 0, and there are no more schedules. Only one schedule exists, which was already depreciated, and the rest of the schedules are removed by the system. This is how you can perform the Asset General Disposal in Onfinity ERP. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Bye-bye.